Good Guys Automotive Performance, reporting to you live from the bunker in beautiful Tinley Park, Illinois. Back with our 2014 Ford Escape transmission project. So we went ahead and made some more progress, removing more pieces from under the hood. We got this is the engine lift bar. So what happens with a car like this, where the engine and transmission are mounted horizontally, when it's bolted together as an assembly, it holds itself up into the vehicle, and there's a mount on the left side and a mount all the way on the right side, and there's mounts in the front and back also that stabilize it. What happens when you want to go ahead and disassemble it, and you're taking the transmission out, you're taking half the assembly out, and so you've got to hold up the engine somehow. So we go ahead and install this engine lift support bar, and it's got a chain on it back here that bolts down to the engine, and that holds the engine up in place, so we can go ahead and separate the transmission and remove it from the vehicle. So everything's, we had some more disassembly down here. Now we've got the axle out. We've got the tie rod and the ball joint separated so we could get the axle out. We had to remove some of the subframe assembly and go ahead and the inner fender liner had to come out. This was the PCM that I was talking to you about before. And we got all that out, and that goes ahead and gives us access so that when we do unbolt the transmission assembly, we can just slide it out a little bit and drop it down. The exhaust and transmission mounts are unbolted. There's basically one more mount. It's just one bolt. There's one bolt that sits under here, that bolt there. And as soon as I unbolt that, the whole thing will come down. But I'm going to do that in the morning. I'm going to get a jack underneath it and make sure we can support it. And then there's a couple of bell housing bolts left. All the ones on the top I took off already. There's a couple on the bottom still, because just you need to leave something in there to hold it together while it sits. But tomorrow I'll take those out. Like I say, I got all the exhaust off and all the mounts, the transmission mounts, except for that one last bolt. So a couple of bell housing bolts in the morning, and then the last mount, and I can slide it back and drop it down and take it out of the vehicle and start the tear down. So that's where we are today. Our wall of parts is growing. It's the inner fender assembly. The other axle and suspension stuff is on the floor here. So quite a bit of work to get, just to get to the transmission and get everything disconnected and out of the way so you can get it out of the vehicle. So, but there's nobody more qualified to do it than Good Guys Automotive. So we're going to go ahead and we'll continue to work on it over the weekend, get the transmission out, and then get a work table set up and go ahead and begin disassembly on the transmission and get inside and find out why we've got a high trans pressure for a couple seconds when it first starts up, and then it goes away and we got no trans pressure. So I think it's the regulator valve in the pump. It's a mechanical valve. There's also some solenoids in there, but ultimately when you get the thing out of the vehicle and open it up and get inside, you can find the cause of the problem and find the broken pieces and get it corrected. And then we'll go ahead and also check the clutch packs and just the overall health of the transmission and make any other recommendations as far as any work that needs to be done in there once we get it opened up and see what's going on. So Good Guys Automotive Performance. Give us a call when you're ready to look good. Give us a call when you're ready to go fast. 224-633-0012 or www.goodguysautomotiveperformance.com. And we'll see you at your next service.